you guys, I've been here a long time. A really long time. I moved to, and this, we're gonna go back in time. I'm gonna take you on a little trip through time here, and I moved to New York, and this is interesting to me. 1978 was September 78. I think the subway was 50 cents. Seriously, and it was covered in graffiti. Maybe you've seen the old kinescopes of the subway back in 78. Covered, things dripping, and you could pole vault. I mean, those were the, come on, they didn't have cages like you could pole vault over the fucking stall. I got nailed so many times. Back then I could pole vault. I can't do that. But if you didn't have 50 cents, you would go phew, and it was great. And you had Keith Haring, like, it was great. I mean, now it's so boring. You had Keith Haring, I mean, but you know, you're Keith, like, they would take down an ad and then it would be black, and Keith Haring would draw his stuff on it. And people would people started stealing it. But I was such a moron. I walked by, oh, there's another one of those shining babies. And I'm an idiot. I swear to Christ, I didn't take it. And you know, Jean-Michel Basquiat, you know, would write his poems, oh, I am the best artist, Sambo, all, and I was like, oh, there's another, and you know, I was thinking the guy after me was like, wow, why is he taking that shit? They're all over the place. There's a million of those motherfuckers. But, and I'm like, oh, what an idiot. What a fucking idiot. I did all that shit, like, oh, I won't even go into it. But back then you had people writing graffiti on subway ads that were actually interesting. Like, I remember seeing an ad for Planned Parenthood, and it was, you know, stark black and white picture of this very pensive looking, like, Latina girl, and, you know, deep in thought, and the ad said, at Planned Parenthood, it's okay if you're pregnant. Well, someone crossed out pregnant and wrote Popeye. So I read, at Planned Parenthood, it's okay if you're Popeye. It's like, that is so abstract. They couldn't even grasp, like, it was like, wow, that is, I felt like, oh, I don't even, and like the look on her face was, is it really okay? I am so fucking 8 months Popeye right now. Let me get my ass over to, and AIDS just came out, like HIV AIDS, like nobody knew what that was. Everybody's like, oh my God, I mean, we were all freaking out about herpes the week before, and then AIDS comes out, and everybody's like, oh, how do you get AIDS? Maybe we should stay in for the rest of our life. But rumors were like, don't go down the subway if it's, don't go down the stairs in a dress if it's over 80 degrees. You will totally get AIDS. So it was like, you know, I was so retarded, nobody knew. And so they started, the New York City started putting up like public service announcements all over the subway to, you know, because, and they were, you know, very informative. So this was plastered all over the subway, where everything was black and white. Picture of a toilet bowl, a plate, and a doorknob. And the caption read, none of these will give you AIDS. Well, someone crossed out the N in the word none and drew a dick and balls in the plate. So that read, one of these will give you AIDS. And I was like, finally, the question is answered. If I see a dick and balls on a plate, run! Get the fuck out of the subway. And I was like, thank you. It was clarified finally. But that's what you had back then. And the dick and balls, now I know you young people, your generation, you may think you invented the dick and balls all over the subway. Oh no, that's from we had the dick and balls guy, and he was very imaginative, but I heard he moved to Brazil. He's no longer here, and so now the dick and balls shit is now so hack. It's like dick and balls shit with the little, but back then it was like nobody, you didn't, if anybody was like going woo or dick and balls, dick and balls. Now it's like, you know, I'm like, there, you see like so many opportunities for it, and it's not there. I'm so disappointed with your generation. Oh, Black, get the hell out there, please. You can do it.
I'm writing one right now.
Thank you. Like, I remember seeing, there was an ad for, and this was just adorable, like, Crystal Light. I don't know if you guys know, there was like a drink. And this was all over Priscilla Presley squatting in a pair of leotard. And there's I believe in Crystal Light, cause I believe in me. Well, someone drew an arrow pointing to Priscilla's crotch and wrote, Elvis was in here. I am so buying Crystal Light, the locale, because Elvis was in there. I was like, see, you know what, the ad agencies miss so many opportunities, because do you know how many more fucking mega gallons of Crystal Light? They would have gone, guy, come work for me. Plaster that shit all over Elvis was in there. Everybody, that still would be a mega hit drink. Out of Africa was a big movie in the early 80s, and there was the ad for that all over the place. Meryl Streep and Robert Redford, you know, blazing against the Africans about out of Africa, out of Africa. Well, somebody wrote right in front of it, get the fuck out of Africa.